We bring in Erik Milito, president of the National Ocean Industries Association that represents offshore drillers. It's a pretty basic question, but 180 million barrels would be basically, 7 or 8 days of supply for the United States in the event of a war and an oil embargo. How does the White House, if you guys understand, plan to replenish all this oil that they're selling out on the open market?
That's a great question, Leland. It's going to be a challenge to restock our strategic petroleum reserve. It's there for emergencies. And you can argue this is an emergency situation, but we have long-term structural issues with the global marketplace when it comes to supply and demand. And we need U.S. policies that allow us to tap into our production opportunities like in the offshore. But I'm not sure that this is going to be much more than a Band-Aid for the long term in addressing those issues.
Yeah, I've yet to talk to anybody who really thinks that this is going to make long-term a difference either in the gas prices or in prices of everything else, because oil goes into so much. But the administration continues to hammer away that it's the oil companies just getting rich off of this. And if oil companies were more patriotic, I guess, to use their words, they would ramp up domestic production and prices would crash. Is it that simple?
It's not that simple. We actually need better certainty from the policymakers so that these companies can step up and make these tremendous investments. The president's budget came out just in the past few days, and it calls for increasing the cost on the energy industry here in the U.S. It calls for increased taxes, and it actually prohibits our industry from going out and leasing these lands where we can produce the energy. So it's a lot of rhetoric, it's a lot of politics at play, but we need policies that allow us to produce energy in the U.S. We're not seeing those policies move forward to the benefit of the American energy worker and all those jobs that are high paying along the Gulf Coast and elsewhere.
Yeah, no, certainly. I've spent a lot of time down on the Gulf Coast, particularly off the shore of Louisiana, where you've got really high-paying jobs, not only offshore, but in the refineries as well. This is President Biden, as we said, blaming the oil companies. Take a listen.
Obligation that goes beyond just their shareholders, to their customers, their communities, and their country. No American company should take advantage of a pandemic or of Vladimir Putin's actions to enrich themselves at the expense of American families.
The fact remains that oil companies are receiving record profits because the cost of them getting the oil offshore in Louisiana has not gone up, but they're getting a lot more per barrel. How do you convince either the administration to change their policies or the companies to produce more oil, or is it not possible to produce more from the same wells at the same prices?
Well, we're working on it. Right before the pandemic hit, we were at record volumes in the Gulf of Mexico. We're producing 2 million barrels a day. We've been producing 1 million barrels a day from the Gulf since 1997. It is a highly prospective area. Our companies want to invest there, and they're doing that. And we're pretty high levels now today. But it's hard to make these investments that sometimes reach into the billions when it's unclear that you're going to have the opportunity to have access to the acreage and you're going to get the permits to move forward with those projects. You need certainty. The investment community has been shy about moving forward and backing up these projects because of the rhetoric coming not just out of the White House, but during the campaign.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we've heard from a lot of Democratic politicians that the goal is to put big oil out of business. It's hard to imagine spending billions of dollars when you have the party in power talking about putting you out of business. Take this one step further. Even if the administration was to change its rhetoric, at least temporarily right now, is there enough goodwill and trust to begin these projects, or has that ship or train left the station?
Our industry is committed to the Gulf of Mexico, and I know the onshore operators are getting ready to move forward as well. Onshore, there's thousands of permits that are held up on the desk over there at the Interior Department. But offshore, our companies are continuing to move forward. We've got some big projects coming online. It's just that we're kind of in a standstill in terms of making new investments in new projects because that certainty is not there. We need the predictability. We need the certainty because these are highly capital-intensive projects that take sometimes years. But at the same time, we have the ability to bring on a lot of wells within the next 12 months if we have the opportunity to get out there and lease these areas.
Yeah, and also the guarantees that once you do everything, that the policy is not going to change 12 months from now. You said leasing. One thing the Biden administration still has not done is lift their moratorium that they put in the very first days of the administration on any new leases on federal land. So we'll see if that changes. That obviously that'd be a big step. Erik, appreciate the time. Thank you. Appreciate you staying up late.
Thank you, Leland. Take care.
Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.